In this knife talk video, I'm going to be talking a little bit more in depth about this Gradation Cutlery number 78 American Jack. This is a Titty Ute version, but it is a Rendezvous parts knife. So to give you an idea of that, you can check out my other videos on the Rendezvous and the Rendezvous knives, Rendezvous specials, but this is a parts knife. So what they do is when they have leftover parts from the runs of knives from the previous or preceding year, they'll make some parts knives for the Rendezvous. And what that means is they'll take the leftover parts, and usually they'll make a similar knife, a knife on the same pattern and everything. You can see this is a normal single blade 78 American Jack with a spear point blade that they used this in 2017, late 2017, early 2018. But they usually put on a different handle material. So at this year's Rendezvous, they had some really cool ones. They had some 56s and a really unique orange bone. They had some emerald green bone, really great looking, and I really like both of those, unfortunately, but I think it is a good call for the Rendezvous to keep everybody getting knives. This year they decided that you can only buy one parts knife. So that's not one of each, but one overall. So, I didn't get a chance to get any of those, but I picked this one, and I picked it for a couple reasons. So, first of all, this glitter gold is an acrylic that just has a whole bunch of glitter in it. That's pretty much what it is. Now, I do think that the acrylic itself is slightly gold colored, but mostly it's just a whole bunch of gold colored glitter in acrylic. And it's a handle material that they actually have used quite a bit. If you go on GEC's website, they have the collect by pattern, actually gradationcutlery.net. They also have a gradationcutlery.com, which is not quite as useful, I don't think. But if you go into gradationcutlery.net and go to collect by pattern, you can see all the different knives that they've used the glitter gold on. And they mostly used it like quite a few years back, four-ish years back plus. And it's a really cool handle material. I do prefer natural handle materials generally over acrylics, but I have a good number of acrylics. And I think that it's really cool because unlike some of the acrylics where, it pretty much just looks how it looks, because of all the glitter, this is a really kind of cool, it looks different in different angles. You can see as you move it, it kind of sparkles and glitters, right? So it gives a different look depending on the lighting and the angle, and it gives it a really deep look also because that glitter does go all the way through it there. It gives it a really cool, deep, kind of layered, not layered, but it gives it a depth and an interesting look because it looks different at different angles and lights and things like that. So I really like this handle material. I remember a long time ago, 4 years or so, like I say, there were a couple, I think 56s that sat on shelves in glitter gold. And I waffled back and forth. I wanted it, but I wasn't sure, and I don't think I'd had an acrylic knife at that point. And I ended up not getting it, and I kind of wish I had. But I think it's a really cool handle material. I actually just sold the 78, single blade 78 that I had in smooth white bone. So, I do like this pattern a lot. I think it's a great size for, pretty much everything that you need an EDC knife for. I like the blade shape. I think this is a really great spear point blade shape. So I decided to get this one. It wasn't super expensive, no more expensive, if not slightly less, I think, than the normal run of single blade 78s. But the other thing is they only made 8 of these. Now, it sounds like Bill Howard, or William Howard, Bill Howard Jr., not a big fan of the glitter gold. I asked if they were going to be making more, and he said that this is kind of a once it's gone type handle material. So not only have, they only made 8 of this particular knife, but it sounds like once the glitter gold that they have on hand, the glitter gold acrylic that they have on hand is gone, they don't have plans to make more of it. So that's something that is you know, makes it a little bit cooler, a little bit more unique, being that they only made 8 and they probably won't make more. So I decided to get this, and I really like it. It's really well made, just like all the other 78s were from this run. Very smooth opening, nice snap, closed and open. About a 6 pull. This one, I did drop the kick slightly on this one. It wasn't truly proud, but it was close enough that your finger caught it. So I did drop the kick slightly. Not very much. It didn't need it very much. I just gave it a couple passes. But it is pinchable, as you can see. Usually pinchable, but the nail nick works really well also. It has no blade play. Now, the first one that I got, I didn't really pick it out. I just asked for one, and they gave it to me. It did have some like slight voids, almost like bubbles in the back of on the pile side handle. So I actually, I didn't use it or anything and carry it. I just took it back in once the line died down and asked if I could take a look at the other ones and exchange it, and got this one. This one's really nice. The one thing on this one, you can see that there's a little bit of like a pinch mark or something on the blade. That doesn't mean that this is a second. There's no S. It's not an S model or anything like that. It's just, I think, a little machining mistake, but not something I care about. This is going to be a knife that I use, so I was more concerned about the handle being stable and not having holes in it and stuff. So a really nice knife. Again, I really like this glitter gold. If you have any glitter gold knives, if you're watching this and you have glitter gold knives that you are interested in trading or selling, let me know. I would like to get more in the future. So I do hope that they make more with it, although I doubt it. And I am kind of looking forward, especially the glitter gold 65 Ben Hogan. But anyway, it's a cool knife. It's a rare knife, and it's one that I'm happy to have gotten at the Rendezvous as my parts knife for this year. So if you've enjoyed this video, go ahead and like it. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Let me know if you like the glitter gold, what you think of it. And I have lots of other videos on, I have a 1-minute overview on this, and I have lots of other knife talk and 1-minute overviews on GECs, traditional slip joints, modern knives, and some fixed blades. So if you'd like to get notifications when I post more, go ahead and subscribe, and don't forget to go out and do good.